What's up everybody, Urban for here with another action figure review, and this time we're going to take a look at the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Vegeta by Bandai Tamashii Nations. This is yet another Vegeta action figure. This is almost the same as the original Super Saiyan Vegeta and the Saiyan armor. Of course, not the Scouter Saiyan, but the Android Saga Saiyan armor. And pretty much what they did here is remade the figure and resculpted it. It's pretty much the same exact thing, it's just resculpted. It got a few changes here. Of course, the sculpt is different. Everything is different. It's not the exact same figure at all. But I got my mixed feelings about this release, and we'll get into that a little bit later. Let's take a look at the box of the figure. Here we have the new box for the SH Figuarts DBZ line, and it seems like all of them are going to have this box. Now I thought that the non-exclusives were going to be like this, and then the web exclusives were going to be like the original boxes, but that is not true, seeing that Whis was an exclusive and they released it in this box. So I think they're going to transition completely over to this, which is okay for me. I think it was long overdue to change the box. I really hate when lines change boxes because it's not consistent if you want to display them in box. But I think after 4 years, I think it was 4 or 5 years, I think they finally decided to change it, and it's okay because it still looks pretty cool. Anyways, there's the side of the box. Here is the back. There's the other side. It looks like the little paper slipped out of there on the back, but you can see him in various poses on the back there. So let's go ahead and get this figure open and see how he looks. And there's Super Saiyan Vegeta out of the package, and I tell you, it's a pretty nice looking Vegeta. Seriously, probably one of the best Vegetas yet, because I mean, it's an upgrade, it's an update to what we had before. I'm loving the new head sculpt. It's sporting the new Saiyan armor articulation sculpt. So we have the groin area looking the way it is, just like the trunks. And believe it or not, this figure is sculpted differently than the Trunks figure. It's going to be very subtle, very hard to tell, but it is differently sculpted. It's not exactly the same. It's not just a Vegeta head on the Trunks body. Believe it or not, I held my Trunks figure right next to it. Here, I might as well just put it in the video, and I can tell you that it's just slightly different. It's going to be hard to tell. The Trunks thighs they're slightly longer on Trunks. They're slightly stubbier and shorter on Vegeta. Also, the shoulders on Vegeta are muscular. They're way bigger than they are on Trunks. And I think underneath the shoulder it's the same exact hand and arm, but the shoulder itself is definitely a different sculpt. Even the torso, very subtle again, but you can see up to the top of the armor it's wider than it is right here. You can see it's more squared on the above the pecs on the armor, so that's different as well. So it's pretty cool that they kind of went out the way and didn't just give us the same sculpt with a different head. It's actually a new figure, I guess, a new slightly sculpted figure. Alright, so here's a closer look at Super Saiyan Vegeta. You can see the new head sculpt here. It's a lot bigger head sculpt. I think it's a little bit more accurate to the anime, having the bigger hair there. And I think it looks absolutely awesome. You can see the face sculpt, the orange on the yellow, painted very nicely on the hair. I like that. And the new body that they are sporting for these Saiyans now. So since we're here, we'll go ahead and do the articulation real quick. We have the head on a swivel that is on a ball joint, so it goes left and right, up and down hinges. The neck does articulate slightly. It's a little stiff, but you can see it moving there. The arms go forward and back, in and out. Swivel at the bicep. The shoulders do go in and out like that, so it kind of extends on the back. Double jointed elbow. Swivel at the wrist with a hinge. Diaphragm joint at the torso, so it does bend forward about that much and then goes back slightly, not too much. It does swivel. It does kind of click a little bit, so I'm not sure if it's supposed to. It does tilt left and right. Do have a waist swivel as well. It kind of moves forward like a diaphragm joint, but not really. So the movement on the abs or the diaphragm is going to be more on the torso. The legs go forward and back, in and out, just like that. Swivel at the thigh, double jointed knee. We have a swivel at the ankle. The ankle goes forward and back, and it does ankle pivot with a toe articulation as well. As for accessories, we're going to go ahead and look at the heads here. We have this screaming head that looks straightforward to you, and then we have one that looks similar, but this one's actually looking to the side. You can see the eyes are slightly moving to the side there, so there's a difference in that. Nicely painted. I love how they're painted and sculpted. I absolutely love it, and they did a great job. And then we have this one right here that is a little bit of a smirking smile So I like this one a lot. It's very different than what we've gotten before. And of course the neutral face that is on the figure itself that you've seen. Now we have crossed arms on this one too, and I think these are slightly different. You can actually see fingers right here instead of just this, his wrist like we normally have. Normally the originals that we gotten before are both just the wrist, all with their hands tucked in, and now we actually have a little bit different. Here is some fingers there, so just slightly something new there, so not bad. Then going on to the hands, we have these two, of course, fists are on the figure itself. These two kind of grabbing hands slash blasting hands, and then we have these kind of like a posing stance on the hand, and then we have these two blasting hands. And then this one thumbs up hand right here, which is pretty cool. Here is where it gets to the my mixed reactions, because honestly, because Vegeta is my favorite character. Don't get me wrong. I'm loving the figure so far. Not saying they shouldn't have released it, but there are tons of other characters that have not been released yet, like Majin Buu, Tien, Yamcha, all those Nappa, that they should get a release. Instead, we're getting a lot of reissues, a lot of premium colors, and a lot of, you know, remakes like this Vegeta. Well, not a lot. I guess it's the first remake. Technically, it's the first remake, but still, we've gotten this before. Bam, right here, and then of course the original Vegeta right here. So we've gotten this character in this attire before. Now, of course, when they upgraded it to the premium edition, we had the toes, but not sculpted because they couldn't sculpt it. Now they can actually sculpt it because it's a new figure. But like I said, we have 3 of these now, and I think they should be using their time right now to release new characters that we have not gotten before. Now with that said, it's still a great figure, and I'm still happy they released it because it still looks very nice. My only gripe is that I wish they would release new characters first, you know? Or at least release them alongside these remakes or repaints or whatever. As for which figure is better, that's going to be totally up to you. Honestly, that's all your opinion. They're all different. You can see the scopes are different from the new one to the older ones, and then the paints are all different too as well. I think I still have a love for this original Vegeta over here. It's just an amazing looking figure. But this new one is a very nice one as well. I do like the original over the premium edition, that's for sure. I think my least favorite would be this one in the middle, and then my most favorite might be the original, and then it's going to be that new remake that we just got. Alright, so there you have it. That does it for the review of the new Super Saiyan Vegeta action figure that just came out. Don't get me wrong, this figure is great, and I love it. I'm a huge Vegeta fan, and I think this is one of the best looking Vegeta figures out there. Sculpted it so nice and painted it so nice. I'm really happy with this outcome on this figure, and it's definitely one that you should pick up for sure, because this is very nice work by Bandai. I really wish he came with some effects, some blasting effects, and maybe a flight stand. They kind of died off. They kind of stopped doing that with these SH Figuarts, DBZ figures. I'm not sure why, but it's been quite a little bit since we've gotten an effect piece or a flight stand, so hopefully that comes back pretty soon. Nonetheless, I'm still happy that this figure got released. It's a very nice looking Vegeta figure, and it's very accurate to the anime, which I love. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you guys would like, and you guys have a great day. Bye.